there is an interesting concept that the whole world is a sacrifice. And if you consider just for a moment that we do use our time on this planet doing some things every minute, every hour, every moment, you may observe that we not just consume time for our own benefit, but we also give something back to time. We give back to the world. In this way, you can see that there is a two-way road between what we get and what we give. And what we give is somewhat a sacrifice that we need to do in order to get. It looks pretty simple. We can sacrifice with money, we can sacrifice with our own time, with our attention. It is rather a question what we sacrifice to and what we sacrifice for. Some people, they sacrifice a whole life. For example, in spirituality, there is a concept of sacrificing your attention and your experiences to the higher state or to absolute, to God. And everything that you do or everything that you learn, everything that you perceive and experience, you do not take it with you. You try not to keep it to yourself. You're using this mentally as the sacrifice to the God. And this is a wonderful way to see how our ego reacts to such a concept and how long in time can we sustain this state when everything that we get, we do not attach to it, we do not try to own it or to keep it with us. And I don't mean physically. For example, you go for a walk and you see a wonderful sunset. You enjoy it. You love how the colors play in the sky, how the clouds shine with different red colors. And at this moment of time, all this joy and all this happiness, you, in a way, mentally, for example, sacrifice and give it, kind of transition it, not to yourself, not to your memory, not to your own experiences, but to the universal. Or you go to the restaurant and you have a wonderful meal, you have a great time. Again, you don't necessarily try to get maximum out of this experience, you detach from it. And the same goes to all the experiences, not only some very positive, it can be a negative experience as well, which you sacrifice into the fire of your knowledge, into the fire of your consciousness. And in this way, very important skill, yogic skill, is being trained, which is detachment. Why it is important is because when you meditate and when you go deeper and deeper into the states of samadhi, everything that you are attached to will not let you go there, will not let you meditate because you have a baggage with you. But to meditate, you need to leave a baggage behind. So these little sacrifices along the way, along this stream of life, the sacrifices of every moment, they help you sustain the state of detachment, vairagya, and to constantly observe the world around you, not from the perspective of your own ego and mind. Many people ask how to keep the state of meditation after you finish your practice, for example, and go into the society. This is one of the ways. Understanding, constantly being aware that everything that you experience this is not something that you own. This is not something that belongs to you. This is something that is just happening. And in this way, the state of the meditation, the state of that detachment, it constantly stays with you in your consciousness. It brings you light, and light in a way, not like the light of the lamp, but the lightness, the feeling of having no weight in you. Because all these experiences, all these different parts of our life that we try to remember, that we try to get back to, these are all the things that we, again, got attached to. It's pretty simple. It's pretty logical, actually. The biggest mystery is maybe not only what, but how. In yoga, it is realized through devotion. And actually, you can see it in many spiritual and religious traditions, that through the devotion to God, to your guru, to teacher, to your tradition itself, you are sacrificing and you are learning to detach. I would love to say that this is a common practice, but unfortunately, this requires way more than just knowledge of such a practice that it exists. It requires self-awareness at every moment of time. Not easy to sustain, but not hard to start trying. And maybe the final thought about the sacrifice, it is really important to understand not only what you are sacrificing, but how and who you are sacrificing it to. What is this most subtle level that you can feel? What is the fire of knowledge that you sacrifice to, and what you actually believe in and why you do this? Our motivation, our intent, they are as important as what we do.